should be noted, she also had a gun in the car. She did tell law enforcement that she was prepared to shoot herself.
Now at 6, a Keizer mother is being accused of trying to kill her 3 young children and herself. What we know about the incident and how the kids are doing now ahead in the live report.
And a stunning scene in Milwaukee as an alleged burglary suspect involved in a rollover crash. Why authorities say this isn't the first time the suspect has run from police. Plus,
people who went to jail, it's Jeff. It's not even, it has nothing to do with Thomas Jefferson.
The debate over what to call Jefferson High School back in the spotlight. Why some Jefferson alumni say renaming the school erases its identity. That's all coming up as your News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
and I'm Matthew Herchick. Glad to have you with us. Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis are standing by with a look at our weather and traffic. There's some rain out there this morning, Rod.
Yeah, good morning. It's our typical scattered shower day feel after the weather system, the front that came in last evening, and we had winds pick up into the overnight hours. Maybe you heard them. We had winds gusting to 30 plus overnight and still noticeably breezy out there this morning. On the radar, you've got showers out over mainly north of Baker City and eastern Oregon. And then here on the west side, mostly near Salem and then up to the north. This is for the most part just kind of scattered gentle showers. One exception, a heavier rain shower up around Battleground. Raindrops on the lens for you folks in Salem this morning. 53 is the number. It's a very wet looking camera lens over downtown Portland. 56 is the temperature. With the scattered showers, we'll open up some breaks. It'll be another cool day. I only have us up to 65 degrees this afternoon. Chris has a traffic alert.
Yeah, Rod, a traffic alert in eastern Oregon. A stretch of I-84, about 50 miles of it is closed eastbound from Pendleton to LeGrand because of an early morning crash involving a fuel spill cleanup. This is a snapshot that ODOT took around 3:30 this morning. There you can see the material they're using to pick up or absorb that fuel on the road. So again, eastbound 84 basically closed between Pendleton and LeGrand. We'll certainly keep you posted on when that reopens. The freeway drive locally pretty good. We've got a little drip and drizzle here and there, but otherwise no major trouble as far as that's concerned. We're off to a speed limit drive. I do have some good news. I want to take you up into the West Hills. Photojournalist Eric Patterson is stationed here along Cornell Road near Eloise, a site of a sinkhole that opened up after a March landslide. That road has been closed for almost 3 months. The Portland Bureau of Environmental Services announcing they have just opened the road late last night, and there you go. You're good to go now on Cornell Road between Thompson and Skyline. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. A Keizer mother appears in court accused of attempting to take her own life and the lives of her 3 young children.
That's right. A warning here. The details are disturbing and include references to suicide. Libby Dowsett is joining us live this morning with the details and the dispatch audio. Good morning, Libby.
Well, we can tell you that everyone survived this incident, but police say this mother appears to have done extensive research before she tried to kill her kids and herself. In Marion County Court, Chardonnay Benavidez showed up and immediately buried her face in her hands. She stands accused of trying to kill her 3 sons and herself. Officers responded to her house Saturday night on Holly Court in Keizer after the mother called 911. She told dispatchers her kids, 2-year-old twins and a 4-year-old, were falling in and out of consciousness after she tried to poison them with carbon monoxide from her car. Police say she told them she'd been planning the kids' murders for about a week.
Once the kids started to show some distress, she tried to calm them, and when she couldn't calm them, she took them back inside of the home.
It looks like we got 3 patients.
Dispatch audio from that night made mention that Benavidez might have a gun in the vehicle as a deadly backup plan.
Should be noted, she also had a gun in the car. She did tell law enforcement that she was prepared to shoot herself if this worked on the children and did not work on her.
And police say doctors treated the children for carbon monoxide poisoning. They were released the next day to their father. Their mother has been denied bail. She is set to appear back in court on June 17th. A grand jury will review her case next week. Back to you guys.
Libby Nassau reporting live this morning. Thank you, Libby. And a reminder, if you or someone you know is having a mental health crisis, help is available 24/7. One resource, the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988.
A man is dead after he was shot inside a Southeast Portland apartment complex Monday afternoon. This was around 2 at the Aurora Apartments near 160th and Stark. Authorities say the shooter was gone when they arrived. So far, they had not released any suspect description, and anyone with information should contact Portland police.
In Vancouver, a driver is dead after crashing head-on into a tree. Vancouver police say the crash happened just before 2 o'clock yesterday morning near East Mill Plain Boulevard and East Reserve Street. They say the driver left the road and crashed head-on into the tree in the center median. The driver was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police believe impairment was a factor in the crash, adding that the driver was not wearing a seatbelt.
Somehow, miraculously, you made it through all that. And then you almost just slammed into all of us.
A close call caught on camera as a driver just barely misses a Beaverton police officer. Authorities say they were already investigating a DUI crash on Highway 26 early Sunday morning when a driver drove around the barriers and into the blocked off area. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Police arrested that driver on DUI charges, saying both alcohol and marijuana were factors.
A burglary suspect allegedly involved in a police chase and a wild rollover crash in Milwaukee last month is apparently on the run from police again. You might remember this video from May 5th when deputies tried to stop Scotty Oldfield in this white SUV. Authorities say they found stolen property inside and charged him with theft and reckless driving, among other charges. And now the sheriff's office says that Oldfield, who was being treated for injuries, has left the hospital against advice of doctors. There's currently a warrant out for his arrest. Newly released documents show Nippon Dynawave employees have been raising concerns about maintenance at the paper mill for years, well before the chemical tank blast that killed 11 people. Back in 2023, a fire broke out at Nippon Dynawave and took days to put out.
Records related to that fire suggest the plant's owners had cut back on equipment upkeep. That wood chip fire started on a conveyor belt at the Nippon Dynawave plant before spreading to a barge, dock, and a maintenance building. It took 3 days to clear and caused $3.5 million in damage. Fire investigators said they couldn't determine an exact cause, but called it accidental, saying the fire was likely mechanical in nature because of a decrease in maintenance and aging equipment, highlighting potential safety concerns at the paper mill. Now, according to public records, employees told fire investigators that the company dissolved maintenance of the conveyors approximately 6 to 7 years earlier. They also said Nippon Dynawave had been paying overtime for employees to come and perform maintenance during their time off, although that overtime pay was cut about a month before the fire. One employee said with limited maintenance, the company had been ordering greaseless conveyor belt rollers, with some coming from sites like Amazon to limit the maintenance needs. Now, following the recent tank implosion, Nippon Dynawave leaders have largely deferred questions about maintenance and upkeep, saying that they want the facts of the investigation to speak for themselves. That wood chip fire in 2023 was not connected to the white liquor tank in any way, according to fire reports.
Well, firefighters save all kinds of lives, no matter how small. Firefighters in Seymour, Indiana jumped into action to save this tiny kitten who was trapped in a storm drain. The fire department said that they were called out after someone spotted the kitten deep inside the drain. Luckily, they were able to get the little orange tabby out, and now it's getting a second chance at life. And I always feel like if you're involved in the rescue, like you just have to take it home. Like it's a chance encounter, and now it's yours. It's meant to be.
But what if there's like some sad little boy or girl out there that lost their kitty and they want it back?
Well, they should have not lost it in the first place. Put a tag on it.
There you go, Rod.
I'm picturing partners and spouses around the world going, no, 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 no. Take the cat back to work. Here's the rainfall map. Let's celebrate yesterday. It wasn't the biggest, baddest rainstorm of all time. It wasn't expected to be. But what it was is what we sold it to be. The biggest rain in Portland since the 22nd day of April, and that's just shy of some 50 days ago. We racked up 37 107 inches of rain out of PDX, 45 100ths in Salem, about a half in Newport, 1.15 up in Tillamook, and 1.13 in Astoria, 22 100ths out in LeGrand, Clark County 33 100ths, and that zero in Kelsalombi, that automated reporting site is not working. That's why that's a zero. Here's our satellite radar. I just want you to notice if you travel southward today, you're going to find less rain. If you travel northward, you're going to find more. Touch of rain out near to north of Baker City this morning. We've got showers around Portland, also down into Salem. Here's the reserve golf course camera from the Explorer Tualatin Valley location. Mostly cloudy skies, temperature 54. There's a solid cloud deck from the Chehalem Tasting Room camera out in Sherwood, reporting calm winds, but there are westerlies out there to southwest winds that are still blowing in spots 10 to 20 miles per hour. And weather modeling shows that could be your afternoon breeze at times today as well. 54 in Tiger, Wilsonville 53, 54 up in Battleground. Not much variance in the temperature department this morning, 54 out in McMinnville. Later today, mainly dry in Central Oregon, partly sunny, becoming mostly sunny in Burns. Got some showers out over the Blues. We've got the rain showers continuing with kind of partly to mostly cloudy skies this afternoon here on the west side. Tomorrow, mainly dry, and then the warm-up is on. Only 65 today. We'll be upper 70s by Thursday, 84 Friday. Saturday, still day one of what looks to be 4 days in a row of 90-degree heat. The hottest, where you have the weather impact alert issued for Sunday, 96, and Monday, 97.